This is the Sun. The Sun is only one of millions and millions of stars in our galaxy, the Milky Way. But it is the star of our solar system. Like all stars, the Sun is composed of a great burning ball of gases. It is made of 92.1% hydrogen and 7.8% helium. Helium is from the ancient Greek word helios, which means sun. It takes about 8 minutes for the sunlight to be seen on the Earth after it has left the Sun. All of the planets except for Earth were named after Greek and Roman gods and goddesses.
Mercury is the planet closest to the Sun. It is not, however, very close since it is 36 million miles away from the Sun. Like all the other planets, Mercury orbits around the Sun, but its orbit of the Sun lasts for only 88 days. Because Mercury goes around the Sun so quickly, the planet was named after the messenger of the Roman gods. The messenger Mercury is usually shown as having wings on its helmet or on its sandals. Although Mercury is fast orbiting the Sun, it turns very slowly on its axis, taking 59 days to complete the turn from day to night.
Venus is the second planet from the Sun. Venus is named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty. Venus is the brightest planet in our solar system and can be seen even in daylight if you know where to look. When Venus is west of the Sun, she rises before the Sun in the morning and is known as the morning star. When she is east of the Sun, she shines in the evening just after sunset and is known as the evening star. Venus orbits the Sun every 224 Earth days.
This is where we live, planet Earth. It's the only planet not named for a Roman Greek god or goddess. Earth means ground. It's the third planet from the Sun. Our planet is about 30% land and 70% water. It is the only planet that people, plants, and animals can live on because the temperature, the weather, and the atmosphere are perfect. The Earth takes 365 1/4 days to complete the orbit around the Sun. The Earth year is therefore 365 days long, but 1/4 days are added up, and every fourth year has an extra day. On 29th of February, it takes 24 hours to rotate, which is 1 day.
The red planet. As Mars is often called, it is the fourth planet from our Sun. In a lot of ways, Mars looks a lot like our home, but instead of the blue oceans and green lands, Mars has a red tint because of the mineral called iron oxide. That is very common for the planet's surface. And a typical year on Mars might be 1 year and 320 days, while a year on Mars might be almost twice as long as a year on Earth. The length of a day on there is almost identical. A Martian day is 24 hours and 39 minutes long, less than an hour longer than a day long. On Earth, Mars and Earth are similar in so many ways. Their days are the same length and they have seasons and polar ice caps.
Saturn is the sixth planet in the solar system, and when seen through a telescope, by far the most beautiful. The bright globe of Saturn is surrounded by rings, which may be composed of ice. 3 of these rings are visible from the Earth using a telescope. Saturn itself is named after a Roman god. Saturn was a rather mysterious god, but it is believed that he was the god of sowing seed and of the harvest. Saturn takes 29.5 years to make one complete orbit of the Sun. Saturn, although so much bigger than Earth, completes a full rotation in just over 10 hours.
Jupiter is the 5th planet in order from the Sun. It is named after the ancient Roman sky god Jupiter. Jupiter is the first of the gas giants. The gas giants are entirely composed of dense layers of gas. It takes Jupiter 11.9 of the Earth's years to make its orbit around the Sun. All through Jupiter's orbit is so much longer than Earth's. Its day is much shorter. Jupiter spins round much faster, turning on its axis once every 9.84 hours. Jupiter is the stormiest planet in the solar system. There is a permanent but ever-changing whirlpool of storms known as Jupiter's Great Red Spot, which can be seen using a telescope.
The seventh planet from the sun, Uranus, was named for the ancient Greek god of the heavens, whose sons were the giants and titans. Uranus is the smallest of the four giants, but is still several times larger than the Earth. Uranus orbits the sun lying on its side and takes 84 years to complete one orbit. Because Uranus is lying on its side as it orbits the sun for nearly a quarter of its orbit, one pole of the planet is in complete darkness. Uranus takes 17.9 hours to turn once on its own axis.
The discovery of the planet Neptune was one of the most exciting discoveries in astronomy. Neptune is the 8th planet from the sun. Neptune is named after the Roman god of the sea. It is one of the four gas giants. It takes Neptune 165 of our Earth years to orbit the sun. In 2011, Neptune completed the first orbit of the sun since its discovery 165 years before, in 1846. Neptune spins slightly faster on its axis, taking just over 19 hours to turn.